My name is Zach Baldwin Way, and I play mandolin and a little bit of viola.
I'm Eric, and I play the cello.
My name is Brady Custis, and I play the guitar and I sing. And we're We Avalanche.
Good job.
Yeah, I started on violin, classical violin in high school, and then got into folk music. Don't sound so bored, Brady.
Sorry. I'm just breathing.
Yeah. Through playing in orchestras and that kind of ensemble a lot, I met Eric.
Began playing the cello when I was 6 years old under the instruction of my father. He taught me how to do everything I knew how to do then. And then I started playing it weird because I liked things that weren't classical music more than classical music. Actually, I realized that there are a lot of brilliant classical musicians out there, and I was never going to be as good as any of them. So I sort of was like, you know what? I like rock and roll and folk music. I'm going to do that instead.
It's one thing to be virtuosic at an instrument,
But instead, I'm different. I'm not virtuosic, I'm just different.
but it's so much better to connect to people in a way that's interesting than to just be like, look at how fucking fast I can play.
Well,
I can play really fast.
You
so
can play
I would
really
like
fast,
to
so
just
maybe-
set the record straight there. I can play faster than anybody else, but
Brady and I met in Greece, and we were studying abroad, and we just kind of hung out a lot, watched a lot of movies, and then started talking about music, because that happens.
Found out he played the mandolin and violin, and I had started playing acoustic guitar a lot more, and I wanted to play with people, and so we would play every once in a while.
hey Brady, how did you get started?
How did I get started playing guitar? It's funny you should ask, Eric. My brother bought an electric guitar when he was 20-something, and I was in 6th grade, however old that makes me. And he brought it over around Christmas, and he showed me how to play People Are Strange by the Doors. That was a cool feeling. And so I asked my parents for a guitar, and they were nice enough to get me one.
Was it acoustic or electric?
My first guitar wasn't electric, it was an Iceman.
Nice.
Yeah. What a piece that thing was. And I recorded this like awful solo record on GarageBand, and I was like, Zach, come play on it with your awesome mandolin skills. And he did that, and it was cool, and that never went anywhere because it was bad. And then I came home
But
after
I listened
that.
to it.
But Eric listened to it after I forced him to.
And liked it, even though it was awful.
And liked it even though it's really bad. So that's why Eric's in the band.
That's pretty much it.
Zach invited us to go to Walden Pond, and he had actual friends. One of them was Eric, and we sat across from each other, and I said, actually I didn't say anything, I never would have initiated the conversation. I think you said, hey, what's your name? And I said, it's Brady, what's yours? And you said, Eric. And I said, pleasure to meet you. And I said, where are you from? And you said, Colorado. And I was like, oh, I lived in Colorado for a little while. I lived in Boulder. And he's like, oh, that's cool. My sister went to school there. And I was like, oh, yeah, who's your sister? And he's like, Lindsay. And I was like, oh, I know Lindsay. And he was like, oh, yeah? And then we talked about these people that we knew, and we had never met each other. And we just had all these people that we knew because I lived in Colorado and he's from there. And it was really strange. And so we bonded, and he liked me, which most people don't like me right away. And he liked me, so that was good. And then
You smoked a lot of my cigarettes.
I smoked a lot of his cigarettes that day. No,
Yeah, you did.
maybe I did. Let's do the stop. This song's called Get Wise. You're well aware that I walk on a line you have drawn. It's a petty taunt. We had a bunch of terrible names at
Cicerus
first.
Wolf
Cicerus Wolf?
was.
That was never our band name. We
No.
just thought it sounded cool. It was my word of the day one time in my email from Webster's.
Cicerus was, not
Cicerus,
Wolf.
not
Yeah.
Wolf. I knew what Wolf was. Yeah, so we were eating pad thai. We were all a pad thai
Yeah, we were a bit.
before our second show, I think.
Which we were billed, the first show we were billed as
Nobody
Brady.
needs to know what we were billed as. It's a terrible name. Or where we played.
But we digress.
Anyway, so yeah, we worked this song up called We Avalanche. It was a song first, and I really liked the line. It's just about time. I used to write a lot of songs about time. That's why the record's called Time Travels. And I thought, hey guys, what if we named ourselves We Avalanche? And they were like, that kind of sucks, but it's better than anything else we came up with.
And we have a show tonight.
And we have a show tonight, so let's do it. And we did it. That's that.
There are a lot of challenges for us as our new band, just like all of our peers and friends. You know, we all use. We're on Spotify. We're on iTunes. We're on Bandcamp. You know, we're on all of these channels.
We're
YouTube,
called We Avalanche.
everything. We Avalanche. You still have to carve out your own way of doing
And
it
the
too.
same models rarely work twice.
Exactly.
Everything has some value, and it's easy to push something away because of, I don't know, in music, because it has an instrument you don't like, or because it's not the energy you like, or because it's not smooth enough. And that's not, I don't know, I think that devalues life in general. Everything has value, and there's a reason so many people like so many different things. And so if people can try and see the value in everything, I think everything would be a little nicer, you know?
Are we cool? Is she right? Am I down right up tight? No, no, no. Cool. A friend is meant to last, to stir inspired thought, even through a static bruise or two. A friend knows what they've got. But you and none, you just play someone who can't be bothered to try. So don't seem disappointed like you really care. And you would never be there. Don't seem disappointed when you still know where. And you never be so scared. A friend is not a pawn, an agent of your needs. And be sure, at times they'll underwhelm you. Sorry, human beings. 'Cause after all, you're just self-involved. You can't help it if you're sick. Don't seem disappointed like you
We Avalanche recommends a quiet lunch with your neighbors
And the magazine.
and the magazine.